It was another long game, so hope you guys had some snacks beforehand, because I'm hungry right now. 2.5 hours. We got to stop all this fouling. It was an exciting game for a while because both teams like to play up tempo. They're very good. They're very hard to guard offensively because they can score in 5 positions. They move the ball, and our guys had to give really good effort to try to run them off the 3-point line tonight. And they hit those 3 threes in a row to get back in the game. So, but we finished. It was a good win for us.
Almost the opposite of last game in terms of SMU struggling to shoot the ball today. Got on that 11-0 run to start the game and really never let up from there. What was it like coaching the game today?
Well, it was good. We led for 39 minutes. They scored the first basket, and then we scored 11 straight points, and we're able to get the lead and just led the whole game. Sometimes we extended 18. We played really well to start the second half, and then we went in a little lull. I think we played the score. We let up a little bit, and then we missed a lot of easy lane shots, and they were able to get down and make some threes. And we had a couple of turnovers against their press, which is uncharacteristic, but it happened, and so. But they're a good team.
How much of the fast start was a reflection of simply adding Jerron to the starting lineup, or was it a number of other factors that contributed to that start?
Well, it was, probably the biggest factor is if they didn't play hard, I was going to take them all out right away. So after our Texas A&M Corpus Christi game, we weren't too happy. So they gave tremendous effort. They played together. They played great defense, and we're out getting out in transition. So very proud of them tonight, the way they started and throughout the game.
Coach, you mentioned fouls a little bit. SMU shot 30 free throws in this game and made 25 of them. That's a 83% make rate, significant increase from last year. Have y'all been doing anything in practicing free throws a bit more, or do you just have guys just comfortable making the shots now?
I think your best shooters have to shoot the most free throws if you want a good team percentage, right? That's just statistics, I think. But Sumet's really improved his free throws. He was 4 for 5 last. He made 7 in a row before. He was 4 for 5 last game, but he had made 3 in the first game. So he's improved. The guards, Corey Washington's really improved his shooting. He's very confident up there, and then the other guys, Boopy and Jerron very rarely miss, and B.J. Edwards has improved too. So we think we're confident that when the game's on the line, those guys can step up there and make it. It's certainly a huge part of the game of basketball.
You've spoken after the first 2 games about how you've got a handful of talented freshmen who you think will grow into very good players for you. Tonight, 95 of your 102 points came from your starters. Are you more proud of what you got from the starters, or is there any measure of concern that you didn't get more off the bench?
Well, I played the starters a lot of minutes, so when we played 35, 34, 31, 32, and so usually when you play those guys that much, they're going to do the bulk of the scoring. Look, our freshmen are freshmen. They're talented. Jaden Toombs is still injured. Sam did a nice job, come off the bench and gave us 5 points and then made some smart plays. And Mitchell had been scoring the ball, but he only took 1 shot. So it's a work in progress. Those guys are getting experience, valuable experience, and we need them to come off the bench and defend, and also when it's their time to score the ball, make a shot.
Corey Washington, his 17 points, 11 rebounds, double-double tonight. Can you just talk about the insane type of hustle plays that he shows out there from?
Yeah, he was all over the place again tonight, just getting a couple times. I thought we had no chance of getting the ball, and he just comes out of nowhere and tips it or gets it and grabbed it, got fouled, and 11 rebounds, 4 offensive. So he's a huge. He just helps you win, and I think you saw that last game where we did a Corey Washington edit and showed our team our last game, because why does one guy have 6? He saved 6 possessions for us last game. So if he can do 6, maybe someone else can do 1 or 2, and so it's the first time we ever done an edit like that. But he keeps doing this. Maybe we'll do it more often.
You mentioned the need for people to come in and defend when they come in. What did you think overall of the way your team defended tonight?
I thought it was good. They shoot so many threes. I think they were averaging 35, 30, 38 threes a game in their 2 games, plus their preseason game. I think they shot 45 threes last game against Mississippi Valley State. So when a team is that reliant on the 3-point shot, and they're good shooters. So we had to guard the 3. They were 9 of 26, which is 34%. So that was good. I thought we tried to run them off the line, and then Javon Jackson, number 22, he got hot and made some mid-range shots, and got to the foul line. He's hard to guard. So I think Murray State's is a very good team. And then when they're big guys threw 3 of them in tonight. And so when you have that firepower from all the positions on the court, our guys did a good job.
I know just 3 games into the season, but 3 opportunities to see what this team's like. Kind of what have you evaluated from these so far?
Well, I think without Toombs, we're a little smaller, but with that, it gives other guys an opportunity to play more minutes, and also gives us a chance to tweak our lineup a little bit to play big, play small, and see. So I think it'll be beneficial when he does come back, where we'll be able to play big or small. And if you look at our starting lineup tonight, I mean, Boopie's, I don't know who said he was 6. The announcement 6'1" tonight. He's not that tall. And then BJ's 6'3" with shoes on, and Jerron's probably 6'4", and Corey's 6'5". So you're talking about 3 guys that, and then you got the big fella inside. So we start a small lineup, and played. Those guys played most of the game tonight. But when you can play bigger, like a Corey and BJ Edwards, when you play bigger, it certainly helps.
Talk a little more about free throws. I mean, 25 points on free throws, like you said. I mean, you were in the record books for second all-time free throw percentage.
Not a second, 17 years, but who's counting?
Yeah, you were 17 years. So first for a really long time before that was broken. Do you ever go out there and shoot free throws with them? Still, any challenges on the free throw?
I make more money in betting games than I do in. No, I'm just joking. I don't bet. No, it's I can still shoot from the foul line and the 3-point line on in. These guys have much greater range, so when they start stepping back to 28 and 30 and 32 feet, and then I get off the court.
This group, just what are some of the keys you want to see as these games continue to kind of take the next steps and kind of get to where you want to be?
Well, defensively, I think we have to improve. Our zone was really good the first 2 games. We held the last team to 28% from the field, which is really good. So our field goal percent defense was outstanding until tonight. They shot 50% for the game. So we have to be better at guarding the ball, and then also, but that comes at kind of the size and length when you're playing with a small team all the time. You don't have that length at the rim. So that's one thing we have to. If we're going to play small, we have to learn how to guard the ball better. We have to contain the ball, and we have to have a group effort, a team effort on defense. So that's probably the thing that stands out the most tonight. To give up, I know a lot of possessions tonight, fast-paced game. So to give up 91 points, but it's really the field goal percent is what I look at 51%. We have to do a better job than that.
It's a new season, but now you get to go play a team that you saw a year ago. You've got a whole bunch of new players. I'm assuming they do as well. How much will you even look at what worked or didn't work last year against Butler, as opposed to just scouting their first few games against your first, and you refining what your team has done through the first few games?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both, because it's the same coach, we're the same staff on both sides, so I'm sure they'll look at our game and we'll look at theirs. What happened last year? They did 2 big wings that really hurt us. They were very physical, and they backed our guys down, and they made some plays. So they don't have those guys anymore. They're a new team, we're a new team, and so I honestly haven't looked at one Butler possession yet, so we'll get on that tomorrow.
In the first half, Boopie Miller did his signature stop and get run over play to get y'all into the bonus. How important is that to have that guy with experience and just court IQ to kind of bolster these young guys around the team?
Yeah, he's an all-league point guard for a reason. He had an off game last game. He was 2 for 14 from the field. And I think that was one of the first questions. We expected him to come out and play very well tonight. He did that. But you see the game has slowed down for him. Last year when we first was here, he would get sped up and just flip balls at the rim. And now he has a plan. He's much more comfortable. He's just a better player. And he's really worked hard at it. He's watched a lot of video. He's improved his offense, and defensively he's a pest. I mean, he's very disruptive, and he took it. He wants to play in the NBA one day, and to do that, you have to be disruptive on defense when you're that size, and also you have to make plays. And so he's doing a great job for us. And everybody has an off game once in a while, but since we thought he played great tonight, and he was special.
Real good. Just trying to have the team stay confident, just keep being ourselves. But, coming out and getting that win definitely felt good.
Corey, Coach Enfield talked about how he showed the team an edit of your effort in last week's game. Where does that hunger come from for you, where you're always fighting for those extra possessions?
It's just waking up every day and just going and getting after it. I just feel like waking up with that mindset, like just going out through the day, basketball or not, it's a good thing to have.
After giving up the first basket tonight, you all went on an 11-0 run. What were the keys to that fast start for you and your team?
Just coming out and playing hard, being aggressive. We definitely watched the film of Corey. Everybody came out with that same intensity. I feel like we did that the first half as well.
How big is that early in the season to see how this group responds in a win, but maybe not the effort or style you guys want to play to then respond and show the performance you guys did tonight?
I feel like it's big because we should, go through our rough patches through the beginning, so in the middle or the end of the season where how we play and what type of team we are. So, just seeing those type of rough games like last game just makes us better and, just go watch film and, the coaches get on us about, making the right plays and playing hard defensively.
Boopy, you have a familiar face coming to Moody and Johan Traore, who's currently was on the team last year and is now on Butler. Has there been any banter or talk between you two leading up to the game, or just strictly business?
Not really, just strictly business. We're going to come out and play hard, and I know he will do that as well.
How much do you think about last year's matchup with Butler as you get ready to face them this weekend?
Definitely think about it a lot. We lost to them last year, so when they come in, we're definitely hungry and, ready to get that win.
For both of you guys, both went 7 of 8 from the free throw line. So when Murray State is trying to make a run in that second half and get back into it, how important is it to, make sure you get those free points that they're going to give you and not let them chip into that lead?
I would just say we just did a good job at taking what they gave us. They were playing a little bit aggressive on defensive, and we was just drawing fouls left and right and just got up to the line and just knocked them down.
I would say definitely just to piggyback off him, just, playing hard defensively. We know they're going to come out and, get a lot of threes up. So just trying to run them off the line and, just give our all with effort.
The team you played tonight shoots a ton of threes, and your coach was talking about how it's sometimes a little bit hard to gauge the defensive performance because if they get hot, they're going to rack up a lot of points. What did you guys think overall about the way your team defense looked tonight?
I think we handled it maturely. We had guys that normally don't really talk that much, just have a voice and communicate and just knowing what we're doing, and that really helped us out a lot.
I know it's a small sample size, 3 games in, but kind of what are your early impressions of this group that's been put together and that you guys are kind of figuring things out?
I love this group. I feel like we can get better each and every day. So, the 3-0, I feel like it's just the beginning. But us, day by day, watching film and getting better and knowing each other, on and off the court more is going to get better.
A year ago, you had such a veteran team. This year, you got a bunch of freshmen added to the mix. How much of your role for both of you is sort of mentoring those young guys and helping them get caught up so they can start contributing on a larger scale than what they have in the first few games?
I would say that's most of our job, just leading by example for those younger guys, talking to them, probably having those conversations that are uncomfortable just to make sure they're ready for the game.
Boopy, I have to ask, what was going through your mind on that last second three-pointer?
Coach Enfield told me to go, so I was feeling like shoot it, so I shot it, shot it with confidence and made it.
Great job.
Thank you, appreciate that.